guys? Welcome to a special edition for the Cars Tour vlog here with the most popular guy on the tour, Brandon Butterbean Queen, the blue collar guy that everybody loves. So we're gonna have Butterbeans with Butterbean, but instead we're gonna have biscuits with Butterbean this morning. We got a lot of time to kill at Caraway Speedway, where you can watch the day on Flow Racing at 1 p.m. as my guy goes for a championship. 19 points back, already won the pole yesterday.
Now we're 18.
18 points back. Let's start our walk, man. Let's go ahead and dig into these biscuits. Start off, tell me, what has this year been like with Lee Pulliam Performance? Because it wasn't that long ago, man, you was punching the time clock.
I tell you, my life did a 180, and I'm not making that up. Last year at this time, who would have ever thought we'd be standing here with a shot to win a tour championship?
Eating biscuits.
Eating biscuits with Boo. I mean, I knew who you were, but not on a personal level. So I'm thankful for that, and it's been a fun year. But working with Lee and those guys has been badass. That's all you can say.
Absolutely.
I mean,
he's a goat of late model stock racing.
I chose to go there. Had the option of where I wanted to go, and went and took John Staten and those guys up there to meet him and see if we could work a deal. And I'm telling you, it was one of the best decisions I ever did.
Absolutely, man. Let's talk about your popularity. They get calls throughout the week at the Cars Court office where Jack and Kip and Keely are wanting to meet Butterbean. Why do you think everybody loves you so much?
I think just because I'm myself. Like, I try not to ever be fake. I try not to cross the line, but I want to be unique. But I feel like my uniqueness is how I am every day. So, like, I feel like I just keep it real and people relate to it.
Absolutely.
And I try to be positive, even in the bad situations.
You always do got a positive attitude, including yesterday. If you don't know, in practice yesterday, excuse me, I got a little biscuit. In practice yesterday, axle comes out. I got the end card of it.
Pretty cool.
You come off forward and it breaks. Talk about what your team had to go through, because man, y'all running golf carts to go get a rear end from Hedgecogs, pickup trucks come flying in, carrying rear ends. Tell everybody about how that whole thing went.
I told them, that's probably the most batted to bone pole we had all year because of the circumstances, but we broke an axle in last practice, which, for those that don't know, that normally leaves stuff in the rear end, so it was kind of a risk to just keep the rear end in, so we had to pull the rear end out. Had a couple people loan us rear ends, finally found one that was going to match up the best.
And it wasn't even at the racetrack.
No, I had to wait 30 minutes to get it here, made it through tech with 23 minutes to spare, got our qualifying line, and then go out there with a rear end that we hadn't even practice with and got the pole. So, for me, only my second trip to the Caraway Speedway, and on a weekend where we have to get as many points as possible, that was a good start.
Absolutely.
And it's all due to that team just never giving up all year long, and that's what a championship team is made of.
Speaking of the championship, 18 points today, starting on the pole. You know what you got to do. Do you ask throughout the race, hey, where's the 8 car at? Or do you just focus on your race?
I think I just focus on my race, unless he has a big issue, and then you let me know I got a little bit of breathing room. But our job is simple. We gotta go out here and leave it all on the track and lead the most laps, win the race. And I always say I've been in this position on his side at Langley, leading the points, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I can only control what I can control, and that's trying to win the race. And if it all works out in the end, it works out. If not, I'm still going to be proud of our year.
I mean, you've had a killer year. Wins at Wilkesboro,
right.
Most poles, and if you didn't already know, you've signed to be back at LPP next year.
Yes, sir.
Full season in the Cars Tour. So you got to be the threat to win, whether Carson leaves or don't leave and move on to bigger things. Butterbean's got to be the favorite rolling into 2024 in the Cars Tour.
And that's a good feeling. I feel good going to these tracks a second time, because for me, a lot of people thought we were going to be a good contender, but in my situation, I'd never been to these tracks outside of Langley. A few I'd been to, but nothing like this. So I can really see a second trip around, back on the schedule where I've improved.
Yeah, Hickory 1 to Hickory 2 was a huge improvement.
That's right. Even, I don't know how the race is going to go, but we qualified 6th here in July or June, right at the end of June, and come back on the pole. And I felt like all weekend I said my car was better than it was then. So That's a combination of just track time and then Lee Pulliam and Doug Powers and those guys working hard on that thing.
Man, them some smart guys. But one more thing I want to talk about before we let you go. How's your biscuit?
Great, man. Who doesn't love a chicken biscuit?
From Hardee's, sponsored by Hardee's, biscuits with Butterbean.
Sponsor me, Hardee's.
Your girlfriend has been such a huge supporter of your racing. Y'all travel a long way to these races. Tell everybody about when you was working late at night, 12-hour shifts just a year ago. I don't want nobody to get the wrong impression. You know, this guy's living a dream and he realizes it. When she would talk to you on the phone because you wanted to quit your job, just like all the people watching this.
Man, it's not fake and we don't make it up. A year ago, I was working as a longshoreman at the Port of Virginia and moving the boxes from the big cargo ships to the train and back to the crane and stuff like that. We worked pretty much 7 days a week, 12 hours there for a while, and I was trying to win a championship at Langley and at Dixieland on dirt all in the same year. And Nicole was really a big part of that. You know, the first part of the shift, she'd stay up on the phone from about 7 to 11:30 or whatever, talking to me.
4.5 hours talking to you.
Just to help me get through the night a little bit before she went to sleep.
And you got to be complaining, man, I hate this, but I got to do it. I got to pay bills.
Man, that, and mainly I was stressing because I was like, I don't know, I didn't know if I was gonna, you never knew what time you had to work until the day of.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get off the race, and I'm leading the points and I couldn't go practice, and you know, I drove my truck and trailer to the track, we worked on the car in our backyard. I did have my crew chief Bill Warren, but like I still was a big part of working on the stuff, and it's just, it's crazy. I never thought a year later I'd be sitting here. But it just shows, just keep chasing your dreams, and you know, right people come in your life.
Never gave up.
And if it's, you know, the Lord blessed me obviously, and I got a really good chance to go do this, and now it's turned into another year, and we're gonna keep trying to make it to the top.
So, in the end, because we're about done with these biscuits, 1 o'clock today.
I'm a lap down. I got to catch
On
up.
Flow Racing, yeah, he's got to get eating. He's behind, man. He's got to pick it up a little bit, move your line up on the biscuit. 1 o'clock today at Flow Racing, you can watch Butterbean Queen. He'll be starting on the pole. Go for the championship. 18 points back from Carson Quaffle. Carson starting deep in the field, so it very well is a good possibility that you can see this man as a champion of the Cars Tour for 2023. But if you didn't already like Butterbean Queen, now you got more reasons to like it. Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you next time.